Thank you so much. Thank you, Riaz, Eric, Sergey, for sort of taking time out of the busy Token 2049 week. And it's crazy out there. It's like, I know I refuse to speak at panels because I know it's going to be crazy running around from one place to the other venue. But thanks for making it. Let's start with introductions. Today is demo day. You just saw one of the projects building on XDC pitch. There are 10 more. But yeah, we would like to, take your introductions, and I have some questions for you, which is very relevant for the projects as well. Let's start with you, Riaz, or maybe Sergey, over to you. You got the mic.
Hello. Thank you, Sonia, to have me here. I'm glad to be here. Your wonderful audience. I saw how you're consuming knowledge, thinking about everything that is happening. Thanks for being here. My name is Sergey Kusnedinov. I'm managing partner of Ga³in Ventures. This is Ga³in, not game, not gate. Like gaining, the most obvious name for the venture fund. And we're early stage VC investing in AI and Web3 out of New York. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for the invite, Sonny, and organizing this, as usual. I'm Eric Alexander. I'm a co-founder of Native Capital. We're a Web3 fund. We started 3 years ago. I've been in the space since 2014. So we have a strategy where 80% of our investment is liquid asset, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Node, delegating and staking pool, and 20% to early stage startup. Currently, we're investing on AI trading bot listed on Binance. We're investing on a new exchange launching soon with the ex-CEO of Huobi, Jack Xiao, with us exciting. We have a large community of a Chinese trader, over 200,000 active, and also a meme coin related to music. I'll be joining later. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congrats, everyone, for making it this far. I know it's a tough journey. I'm Riaz Mehta. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've got multiple projects, but one of my passion projects is a show called Kryptonites, and it's a Shark Tank-like reality TV format. I'd love to talk to you guys, see if you want to go on to the next phase of your journey, and it gives you global exposure and investment as well.
Perfect. Because now, Riaz, because I think you got me very interested, and since you've got the mic in hand, I'd probably start with a question.
Sure.
So how is your company, Ritestream, leveraging Web3 to change media ownership and distribution, and what investor appetite are you seeing in the space?
Okay. So one of my businesses is called Ritestream, which is essentially a crowdfunding platform for film and TV content. I'm a great believer in what blockchain technology can do in democratizing content, empowering creators. So essentially what happens on Ritestream is creators can come to the platform and have their ideas funded through the community. And also, we've got our own streaming platform where you can actually watch content, and it's a view-to-earn mechanism as well. And what we're finding is that there's a real appetite within the community to actually get behind creative projects and for people to get involved. And I truly believe that this is a way not just for creative projects to get funded, but for all projects to get funded in future as well.
Interesting. So when's the next one telecasting or showcase?
Next season of Kryptonites.
Next season, Kryptonites, yes, interesting.
The first season of Kryptonites is currently on Amazon Prime in the US and the UK.
All right.
It's launching on Roku shortly and OSN as well.
Yeah.
And the next season, we're in pre-production now. Shout out to my producer, Sam Gulistani. Sam, say hello right there.
Hello.
It's still working.
Sam is my executive producer. We go back about 20 years, and he's my showrunner. So we're casting for the show now, and we look to produce it late November, early December.
So if anyone from XDC cohort would like to participate in the Shark Tank version of Kryptonites,
come and talk to us.
Yeah.
Talk to Sam in particular.
Okay.
He heads up casting as well.
Yeah. He just flew me from San Francisco with a few days' notice to be here for that.
Nice.
We're casting actively right now.
Yes.
Perfect, guys. Now you know who to speak to after this. Thank you, Riaz. Thank you so much. Okay, Eric, I know you are rushing in and out of conferences. You're speaking, so I wouldn't take much of the time. So, native capital is very interesting because we are also having a discussion with XDC staking as well. But besides that, how does native capital evaluate long-term token versus equity returns when investing in early stage projects, especially Web3?
Well, I think at first we should speak about investing strategy with early stage, right? Because as everybody knows, not only on Web3, on traditional startup, it's a super high risk investment, first of all, right? To invest in idea, on team, on price performance and execution. What we find in Web3, I mean, we're literally to change the way we invest. So when we started Native Capital, we're giving ticket of $250,000, $500,000. And all of a sudden, the team were investing in Bitcoin, Ethereum, over token. They were becoming millionaire overnight, over 1 or 2 months. And nobody was in the office. So we were losing focus. And it happens a lot between when we started and realized, okay, this doesn't work for us. Maybe we should take a more hands-on approach for early stage startup, where actually what we do now, we do a feasibility research on them to see actually if the project has a chance, if the market is ready, because a lot of the time you find this fantastic engineer come from MIT or big school who have interesting idea. They analyze the friction of industry, but they not necessarily have the experience of that industry. So we try to find people who have a bit of experience in industry, how they can actually improve it, and they have a go-to-market strategy. Then when they have this part, say, okay, let us accompany you into the Web3 stage, where rather to give you a chunk of money, maybe we can direct you to the right PR agency, the right marketing team. We do also research, market research in terms of user acquisition. Which market is the more ripped to have user acquisition faster and cheaper? So we know for Asia, Philippines is a great active market where user acquisition is 2 to 5 cents, when the US is $2 to $3. So we try to analyze for them which market to penetrate first, to do a proof of concept. One that is done, then we say, okay, guys, we're going to work with you, but there's no pocket money here. We're going to cover your burning rate. We're going to help you on that. We give you a bit of latitude. You can have your party here and there because it's part of the journey and your conference, like Token 2049 consensus. But we are really hands-on and we control. And if we see within 3-4 months the team is not focused, they don't follow a KPI, then we drop them. And luckily, 80% liquid asset will cover the expenses, and we can move forward and look at over a project. And the type of project necessarily we try to look at most of the time are the one who bring positive impact and mass adoption for blockchain technology. So that's pretty much the approach we have. So of course, nodes, staking, delegating, pool, now we're developing dark pool with some tech team. It's really safe for us because the risk is really minimal. But when we go to startup, I think we're really careful and really selective of the project we invest in.
Do you are you investing into specific geographies, or you're agnostic?
Well, if you look at the number today, based on 540 million active wallets, we look at 62% based in Asia. We look at emerging markets like Africa, especially Nigeria and Brazil. They're interesting as well. Now they start to move. But if you look at in Asia, Indonesia has over 20 million active traders. Vietnam is growing really fast as well. We have China there. So I would say we're more Asia-centric. And we look now at emerging markets, South America and Africa.
Perfect. Thank you, Eric. So again, over to you. I mean, I know you do a lot of demo days. You've invited me to a lot of demo days, and obviously your yacht party is also happening. So same question for you. How do you evaluate startups and the risk appetite associated with very early stage Web3 projects?
Yeah, very good question, and thank you, Eric, for sharing your process. I'm always curious to learn other firms' processes. In this sense, the process design is like easy on me, so I'm making less decisions by design. So we run pitch competitions around the globe, around big crypto conferences. For example, one is happening on Saturday at Antler, and I just flew from Seoul, and we had at Draper House our pitch competition. And I think at least half of Kryptonite's projects, they were at our pitch competitions. One flanked, one won. So it was good. And we have Kryptonite's on Saturday, Ali. Yeah, he's our favorite. So the whole funnel is organized through pitch competitions. So we see those founders performing under the pressure. It's designed in a way that they feel rushed, they feel interrupted, they feel like everyone is looking at them, and they are not in their best shape to perform. This is the kind of behavior investors and I want to see, and see how they stack up against other competitors. So once they win, we'll look at them closely, look at other events, see their traction, and around half a year after the pitch competition, we approach them with an investment proposal. So we look at founder through different stages, and we tend to work with the founders that share our values, and we can really be on the road with them. We have so-called gain houses. So we go to conference together, have an Airbnb, strategize, go hunt for partners, for VCs for the next round, or helping them do business development. So this is first finding the guys that are able to sustain the pressure and heat, select for the character, and then help them with soft skills and hard skills on the road, because we share same values and we build together in the trenches. So this is our approach. We're fund one, so I don't know how much it's scalable. So at least for 2 years, I'm traveling for the conferences with founders. We'll invest around 24 companies per year. Next stop is going to be San Francisco on the 7th of October at Web3 House. Welcome to submit your pitch and join us there. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I think talking about Web3 space itself, there's a lot of hype. I mean, initially the ICO's phase was there, and now you see everybody's building AI agents, right? As investors, like obviously you discussed like how you really expose them so that they are investable, not only by you, by other investors as well. So how do you help them differentiate the hype with the real utility that they are building for these use cases? Maybe Eric?
Sure.
I think since we've been in a space, we've seen many hype cycle, right? And I think a lot of time is based on your acronym or new technology. I mean, AI started a long time ago. I mean, we're at Fetch AI, we're at Singularity Network with Dr. Ben doing it. But I think today, like everyone's launching AI project, and we can create agent with ChatGPT or Gemini. I think for us, AI is a tool that companies should use, definitely, and Web3 startup, but it's not based on hype only. And I think we need to cut through the noise. I think each project should really see how you implement AI as part of your engine and part of your revenue stream. Of course, AI helps a lot to cut down on programming, on team and customer services, I would say, but they have to have an AI strategy aligned with their project, but it's not a necessity. They don't need it. But I think today, too many projects put the AI tag and then we jump on the bandwagon trying to make a quick buck, because I still believe in terms of the retail market, it's still really immature. We have 99% of speculator. They don't last on a project. They buy, sell quickly. I think more on the investor side, and the smart money comes a bit later when project has already traction, revenue, and we see like it's working. That's where more smart money is coming in. So I think the AI is important, but use AI in a proper way and a smart way. If it's only just for hype, I think it's you might get a cycle. I mean, some project might function, but you won't last in the market. And for us, we're not interested.
Yeah, I totally agree. Riaz, your thoughts on that?
No, I totally concur. I think AI can be hugely beneficial, but just as a narrative alone, I don't think it's strong enough anymore, because I think VCs and smart investors kind of see through that. Just by adding an AI tag doesn't mean you're an AI company. Like if you're building a true AI company, you're going to need billions and billions of dollars to do that. And a lot of people can't. A lot of people just add a wrapper around it. But if you use AI intelligently, then you can dramatically reduce your cost of building, and you can also enhance your go-to-market. And I think it comes back to the fundamentals of what you're building. It's got to be a product that people want, and AI is just a tool to help you do that.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Riaz. Sergey, over to you with the same question.
Yes, I think all of us men on the panel have enough gray hair to live through a couple of through the couple of hype cycles from almost .com to the what was it? Cloud, machine learning, all this stuff. And the joke was in like 2010s, like when the sales pitch goes wrong, uh, a sales manager would add, and we have a cloud to just close the sale. So I haven't. Yeah, it's the same. The hype cycle, all the techniques are the same every time. So I have immune system for that. It doesn't penetrate inside. So it's like, okay, you have AI. Well, good for you. This is the feature. I'm not looking for features. I'm looking for a strong value proposition and a good founder's qualities. So if I'm getting pitched by technology, my technological brain is not working. I hear like zero what is pitched. I'm like, okay, but who's gonna pay for it? What's the use case? How are we gonna sell it together? If it's just AI for the sake of AI, okay, well, I I don't have a direct feedback whether you're using LLM, small LLM, whatever nesting LLMs you're doing. It gives me zero signal. You might be a great researcher, you might be a good engineer, but for venture investing, I'm looking at projects that can articulate the value, because my job would be then to help sell this stuff. And if I don't understand how to sell this stuff and go to big customers and small customers, I wouldn't be able to help. I wouldn't return investment to my limited partners. I would fail as a VC. So that's why hype doesn't matter for me. When this hype brings great entrepreneurs to the surface, that's great. I love to know them and explore what they're building. And I have an example. So one of our portfolio companies, they pitched to us in Hong Kong, then they pitched at East Denver, or first East Denver, then Hong Kong. And they were getting like second place, third place. I couldn't get what the founder was building. It took me half a year to understand. Then once I understood, I was like, dude, you're building something category redefining, eliminating bridges, eliminating TVL. This could be the next generation of the whole blockchain ecosystem. He's like, yeah, this is exactly what I've been saying for half a year. I said, no, you've been talking about this marketplace here, AI, some forward-looking things. But he has so much value in the first step that he was emitting, that big blockchains are going after him to get his protocol integrating. And this founder is not the first time founder. So it happens that this exact hype helps founders without understanding how to pitch the value, get funded, then have an exit, and they perpetuate this feature positioning startups. That's how I call them. So there is less value, it's feature, like, hey, I have an AI agent on Bybit for market neutral strategy. Okay, great for you. What's the TVL? What's the APY? How do you acquire users? If that's not part of the deck, I cannot create that for you guys. It's your job. I cannot babysit you. I am with you in trenches, but you have to, have your gun ready and able to shoot. I can only say like, hey, left, right. Here's another tool. Let's go together. But I cannot like go from the baby steps. It's better to go to accelerator or get a short-term program it's well, I see founders progress from one failure to another, unless founder is faced with the reality and get beaten really hard and can sustain it and pivot. These are the founders that are most valuable. These are the founders that understand, hey, I failed because I didn't sell. I didn't sell because I didn't understand what the customer wants. Once they get to this paradigm, they will prosper. And every founder goes through this cycle. Read Elon Musk book, same. He went through the same cycle of pitching features and then getting to the value. It's just the founder's journey. Part of the journey, embrace it. Fail as fast as possible, but in a meaningful way. So you have a learning, and then you recuperate, pivot, launch your next startup during the next hype cycle.
Good insight.
Really great insights. I'm sure it resonates with most of the early stage startups who are here building in AI as well. So I think AI has become a part of like everything the startups are building these days. But I think points noted and taken, Sergey. Thank you so much. We cannot miss out regulatory landscape when we're talking about Web3, crypto, and blockchain. Right? Has been a blocker. Or maybe not now. So how do you see this regulations ever changing? It keeps on changing, right? We have Genius Act now in support. I know US was very strict on exchanges. Now they have stable coins coming up, like they are promoting issuers, and with the Genius Act, it's obviously they're supporting this. How it does affect your decision? Because it's very difficult for an investor when the regulations are not clear or it keeps on changing.
Well, I think for early stage startup, the way we advise them for this is to start to register the company even on offshore like Panama, Belize, BVI, and start looking at regulatory frameworks when they achieve a certain number of revenue. Then they have our license, they have MAS in Singapore, which is quite difficult. Try to find, we found also like for the music industry, like in Web3, Wyoming is a fantastic place to register a company. It's only $50. So we tell the startup or we invest, okay guys, register somewhere where it's easy to move. Don't go heavy on regulation because otherwise, a lot of the money will be spent there and maybe no focus on the project. When it comes to the exchange right now, we're investing and we put a $2 million ticket, mini exchange. Is different. No, we're launching a marketplace. We have to regulate it. So no, we apply our license. We go through all the cycle of license with them, and the cost could be prohibitive, but we have large investments. So it's really depending on the project itself. Early startup will come with new technology or services or commercial solution. Start on the offshore market, and as you grow, then figure out where is the best place of regulation based on your market as well, because you might don't sell to the entire world, right? You might start going country by country, which is maybe not really Web3. Sometimes you're pretty much everywhere. Find where your key market or your key adoption is and look at the regulation frameworks there and start to apply with it. But I think each project has a different strategy for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because during this program, as I was running this program, most of these startups are from India, and India is not a very crypto-friendly jurisdiction. I think this was a mostly asked question for us, which jurisdiction are we going to issue our token out of?
BVI or
yeah, I think BVI, Panama offshore, right? At least you have some kind of legal entity.
Yeah.
Like even you get the launch by Jupiter was doing fantastic. They're registered in Panama, and they have a huge number coming in. So I think you have some form of entity, and you can start be regulated. And you have your yellow stick on Twitter, right, which is important for Web3. So when you look at what works for you at first, and as you grow, the problem will come. Regulator will catch you anyway, one or the other. Yeah. Catch a good lawyer. Our lawyer is based in London, and he's quite good at playing cat and mouse with the regulator, and then cost us a bit of money, but then you'll find solution when the money comes in. But if you try to be over-regulated early stage, it could actually hamper your growth and slow you down in your project, and you focus too much on that. You want to add something to this?
Yeah. Well, some stuff that investors wouldn't tell you, don't launch your token. But once they invest in you, they will push you to launch the token, right? And you'll have all these problems, community, legal, exchanges, liquidity, this whole mess. That was the consensus at our TG summit in New York. And Gemini, Fenwick, all the guys from Coinbase, don't launch a token. Delay it as much as possible. And right now, regulatory regime in US is pro-crypto. Probably it will not get reversed after the change of administration. We don't know what the administration will be, but it will already be so much in favor of the industry that it would be really hard to roll it back. So right now, what guys like Fenwick, one of the biggest legal firms, advising is, hey, actually look at Wyoming DAO structure. Don't go after like two legal entities, foundation, another one, because that's been an old template. So, and DeFi is getting defined, because right now legislators are kind of loosely defining, and lobbyists like Blockchain Association and GBA, they're working with legislators, educating them on what is really DeFi and how to make it in the law pro-innovation rather than stiffing innovation and just killing it. So US is really concerned about bringing back these crypto projects back in the States, and everything and from everywhere, it's a silver line. So a New York mayor is always at crypto conferences. It used to be Miami mayor at every crypto conference. Now it's New York. So people that are holding crypto, they have a say in elections. And Coinbase, this different stand with crypto groups, they try to activate this audience and select legislators, politicians that are in favor for crypto. My personal opinion is that there won't be any one app for the world. Like Coinbase withdrew from a lot of regions in the previous cycle. Binance has withdrawn their operations from many countries. We've seen this thing with Uber. First, it rolled out it everywhere, then it withdrew from Russia, from several other countries, JV or some kind of thing. So it will be the same. It will be the same. It will repeat itself. Just wait and select the market that you are very familiar with, that you understand like no one else better, and this will be your market. You will protect it. You will cater to audience. If you are, for example, a crypto wallet, and there are thousands of that, but if you are crypto wallet, super compliant, super focused on Germany, then no Coinbase will just get your business. They will try to cooperate with you or just not attack your market. Yes, we're in the industry to eliminate borders and create a free-flowing capital, but before we reach that, there would be pockets of these monopolies. So find your monopoly, develop to the level sustainable, and then embrace what's gonna come next in the industry.
Great points. I mean, obviously the startups are all here. I'm sure they all agree to that. Insights valuable. Riaz, your thoughts?
As a founder myself, I kind of look at it as, in blockchain, we are at the cutting edge and we are disrupting. And we have to be nimble. That regulations will change. I think it'll take quite a long time for regulators to really wrap their heads around how this industry has to, what kind of framework it needs and they'll keep changing their minds over time. So we have to be flexible and move jurisdictions if we need to, but stay true to our mission. That's how I see it.
Perfect. Thank you. Last question before we wrap up, because this is something which I think every startup has in their mind, right? So if for them, they are building a product which is obviously going to be a game changer, a disruptor in their minds, obviously. But from your perspective as investors, what are the top 3 metrics that you look for? We just go for top 3 before you make investment in a seed round or a Series A.
Okay. From an investment perspective, number 1 is the founder.
Right.
Number 2 is the traction, and if they have demonstrated traction, which means
Traction means, yeah.
product market fit, right?
Okay.
So what stage they're at. So if it's just an idea, ideas are great, but ideas don't mean much unless you actually execute. And third is their resilience. How hard are they going to work at it to succeed? Because it's a very long journey. People start out on the journey of the startup, and they think, "Oh, great! I'll have an exit in a few years' time, make tons of money, and I'm out." It doesn't work like that. It's a long journey, and there'll be lots of twists and turns along the way. So it's having the resilience, the staying power to see it through, and that's what it takes to succeed.
Yeah.
All right. I think for us, will be a team experience, of course. I think that comes back. And what's really important for us is go-to-market strategy. So do they know where to apply the dollars, and how they're going to get user acquisition? That's super important. What strategy they're going to use to adopt a market? I think for us is one of probably after feasibility, of course, and performance. And we also study which industry we're disrupting, because let's face it, some industry don't need to be disrupted or are not ready for it. So we look like, is the market ready for it first? So we have our own analytic for that. I mean, I have a strong advertising background, so I use my knowledge on that with the team, and we use the technology to really find, okay, the industry is ready, is ripe for this. So you're going to touch an industry with, like, if you tell me you're going to build something which will transform the medical industry, I say, well, good luck with that, because the people in place might don't let you do so. So you really have to find an industry that really ripe for it, and of course have a strong strategy for which market to penetrate, to have your proof of concept, and to acquire your user base. That's the most important for us. If you have these things aligned, then we can test the water with you and say, okay, there's a chance to make it.
Right. Thanks. Sergey, yeah.
Yeah, it's very good that we have diverse opinions on how we make decisions, and that's the opportunity for startups and for us. I call it founder investor dating. So I wouldn't say I have like criteria in Excel sheet. It happens throughout the conferences. We interact with each other. You might pitch at our event. Some judges would say something about you. You interact with me on Telegram, and at some point, we both understand that we want to continue further, right? It's like you're dating a person. At what point you decide that you're in love? Are there criteria? Like, do you measure pulse? Do you measure your elevated breath? No, it's kind of you feel it, right? Yeah, so at some point you understand, geez, I'm in love. It can happen instantly. It can happen over time. It might never happen. That's why there are a lot of investors to be reached out. One of the founders, well, actually, there were 2 founders pitching almost the same idea. One had 3 McLarens in his garage, and I was kind of like, okay, well, why do you need my money? We're a small fund, right? And it was a little bit weird dating, right? It's like going on a date with the cougar, right? Then
The other way.
exactly. The other one was kind of really cool about that. He was like, "We're doing this idea," and he pitched me the most obvious idea in the Web3 space. Users should own their data. I'm like, give me a break. Like in my mind, I've heard this for 7 years. It's why the industry started. It's like the most basic thing that you can say. And I already kind of uh, crossed that he's not gonna go further. It's like, okay, thanks for coming to the event, blah blah blah. And he's like, but we're onboarding people into this data marketplace, which protects their data through decentralized VPN, and we have 10,000 users, and we're already on Apple Store. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
this is the first time I've heard that. Let's have a talk. Come to our pitch. I have a slot for you. And he won the pitch competition. So I kind of had a crush on him. Then he won the pitch competition, and I said, "Listen, dude, we have to go further. We have to go to the church, right?" Now he's one of the crown jewels in our portfolio. I tell it to every startup that they're my favorite. So
Many mistresses.
Oh my God, what? That was a good one.
Great analogy.
Yeah, that was amazing, Sergey. Thank you so much. So we have Path was just supposed to be a part of the panel, but you just.
Sorry.
It's okay. Please, would you like to introduce yourself quickly and.
I'm so sorry for being late, and I'm glad that I came to hear this analogy, and I think it's the first time I've heard it. It's brilliant. I am Parth. I come from TradFi. Used to work at JP Morgan before, and back then in 2018, JP Morgan started delving into the blockchain space. So got interested back then. Moved to FalconX, which is a trading platform. He was a trader for Asia. And last 5 years, I think I've spent in the India ecosystem. So doing small early stage, investments in Web3 startups. Previously was with CoinSwitch, and now I'm leading corporate development for CoinDCX, which is the largest exchange in India.
So I think just a quick question for Path, because he was part of CoinSwitch Ventures, right? It's a VC fund out of India, right?
Yep.
And the mandate is investing into Indian startups or global?
So at CoinSwitch, the mandate was to back, some kind of relation to India. Most of the Indian startups, like as soon as they make raise any money, they move to Dubai or Singapore. So that's the hard reality.
You're planning to do that. Be honest.
Just because of the regulatory uncertainty in India is not the most conducive. So I think we made about 25 investments, 50 to 100K sort of checks. But the idea was to back Indian founders.
So we have 10 startups today who are going to pitch. One of them has already pitched Nova Wallet. I can send you the pitch deck. But what's that 3 top metric which I asked other speakers that you're looking for, especially for the Indian founders?
So I think in early stage investing, it's more art than science. I think 3 things that really appeal is the team. Like I think top priorities on the team in terms of like who the founders are, what has been their history, why are they so motivated to build the startup. Probably the second one is going to be the market that they're going after. Like how big is the opportunity at hand? Like what can they truly disrupt? And if there is a tech innovation, nothing like it. Like tech is the icing on the cake. If you made like a 0 to 1 innovation in tech, VCs will come after you. You don't have to go after VCs. That's my thinking. Those are the 3 3 criteria.
What about the regulatory hurdles that they face in India? What do you advise?
So I can't really comment much on that because this is being recorded. But I think the good thing about Web3 is it's global in nature, and there are hubs that are coming up like Singapore and Dubai. I think India still has one of the most active Web3 developer ecosystems. So if you want solid developers, India is always going to be a place that you will have to go after. But as you scale, I think having an entity somewhere in one of the more friendly jurisdictions makes sense.
All right. Thank you so much, Path. We'll take 2-3 questions.
I want to go.
Just one question. One question. Yeah. So one question from each of you, please.
I can say goodbye.
Okay.
Okay, Sonny, thank you all for coming. I really got to run. I'm speaking at another event. I'm a bit late already, so
Okay.
good luck all of you.
Thanks
Cheers.
for coming. Thanks for coming. Others, please stay back. We have, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Eric. See ya. Question for the investors. This is an opportunity not to miss.
Hi, I'm Pratik, a co-founder of Automaxis. As far as the Web3 or the tokenization part of it is concerned, with respect to my project, am I audible?
Little louder.
Yeah. So the compliance that comes is what being sold with respect to the offering that we have operating out of India. How much is this creating a weightage in terms of you deciding to invest, or is it purely going to be on a token or a Web3 side of it?
So yeah, wanna take that?
I'm a little bit zoned out when you ask question, but well, if you're asking about investment, for us it's like whether we're able to help you and sell you to the next stages. Since we're early stage, if you kind of like building within India, I have like zero understanding of Indian market. If you want to go outside into US, I have knowledge. I can be helpful on that part of your journey. About India, everything is I don't know. Well, I know CEO of ZepPay. I know a lot of not a lot, but I know Woodstock Ventures. I know some other guys from India, and it's a big market, but I don't understand it at all.
Maybe this is a question for Path. Yeah.
Is the product going to be for Indian users only, or is it like a more global product?
No, global.
Then like there is not, unless your clients are based out of India and they need to understand Web3. I don't really think that is a main blocker for your company to grow. On the funding side, again, like Web3 is a very global sort of play. If you're able to show that you're getting global clients based out of India, you're working out of India, you're not dependent on Indian clients. I think global funds will also be interested to evaluate.
Makes sense.
Anyone else? Pass the mic. Anyone else has any question? Please use this as an opportunity. Nobody? Don't have any questions, Saurabh? Okay.
Hi, my name is Anirban. I'm the founder of GLL. Today, I wanted to ask you something about the token. And you said that it's not important to launch the token, one should do it at the end. But I have a question, like if, for example, we are building an utility across our own platform where we are trying to engage more and more people to actually get rewarded in the native tokens and use it internally, does it still, would you still consider it to be like a token offering?
Yeah, I didn't say token is not important. I said delay as much as possible.
Yeah.
So, and when you use as a reward in your system, I mean, use some kind of points. A lot of projects, they're first launching points that are not tokens yet. So they understand which incentive drives which behavior. And once they understand it in a sort of proof of concept early on, they can put it in their tokenomics. And yeah, there are different things about launches, and token is good. I mean, a lot of VCs would just like get your token, ask for a huge unlock at the TGE. Well, probably sell all of it because you see all the recent launches. It goes.
Yeah.
That's it. Do you want that for your project?
No, not really.
Well, probably not.
Yeah, exactly.
So why do it right now before you have fundamentals, before you show the revenue, before you understand who's gonna actually buy your token? Because founders that raised millions of dollars, they're kind of like, I'm raising a token. Okay, what's the sell pressure? We understand who's gonna sell. Like everyone will sell, and they always live in a fantasy. Like, yeah, those guys are holders. They're hodling, and all the VCs told me they're not gonna sell, and all the market makers they're gonna buy our token. and then they don't have business model, they don't have demand for the token, they launch and it goes like, and drains their treasury. And they're like, oh, I didn't expect that. Of course you didn't, because everyone was telling you that was looking at it. No one is going to buy your token if you don't have business fundamentals. The fact that you put Web3 in the project doesn't change the business fundamentals, how you make money, what's the value proposition. Same thing as with .com. If you start delivering pet food from pet.com, it doesn't mean that you don't have to build all the logistics, all the operations, and then the website is just on top of it for marketing. And if you studied pets.com, it failed as .com company because there was no infrastructure. And then later on, if you look like 12, 15 years later, same company re-emerged, profitable, doing very good. It's just a matter of timing. So if you can delay your IPO, your token offering, delay it like pets.com. But now everything is at the speed of light. It wouldn't take 20 years. Maybe it will take 2 years, maybe 5. But it's definitely within your lifetime.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Yeah.
If I can just add to that, if your VC is going after you to do a token launch, he's not the right VC for you. Like maybe like look at other VCs as well. And the reason I say that, we have ample examples now like Pump or be it Hype. Hype didn't have a token. Like Hype had launched the token much later. Astra doesn't have a token. It's getting a lot of TVL in the hope of a token. MetaMask doesn't have a token. They will come out with a token like in the future. Polymarket, no token. Still future promise of a token, but people are using the platform. So find the use case for the platform to become revenue generating, profit generating, and then reward token holders in the future.
Yeah.
Right. So, Madam. So, coming to cross-border payments, it's one of the very good use cases for blockchain technology. Now, with growing USDC, do we expect that most of this cross-border will be USDC based, or some native XDC or some other native currency from a L1 could be a competitive alternative to cross-border trades and payment settlements?
Quick answer, I don't know. If I were to know it, I wouldn't be sitting here. I would be investing in this company, right? But we did invest in Circle pre-IPO. So my limited partners are really excited about that and waiting for unlock in December. Then I will ask for their money one more time to invest in you guys. Cross-border payment is huge. It's enormous, and everyone wants a piece of it. So who's going to be the winner? Have no idea. Do you have a chance to have a market share? Absolutely. Because everyone, Swift announced blockchain. All these payment networks, they all want this piece. But if you own the distribution, if you connect with customers, they're going to choose whatever you are offering them. USDC is heavily subsidizing all the payments to wallets in Latin America. They're using that for the moment. If someone incentivizes with USDT, they will use that. But again, right now it's everything based on incentives. Once the incentives are out, that would be a different game. If there would be some players. So focus on something that couldn't be taken from you, that only you can perform. Okay. And that's users, that's distribution, that's your uniqueness.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Want to add something, Riaz?
Yeah.
All right. Any more? Okay.
Yeah, hi.
Okay, sure.
I'm Sushant from Avatar Life, Metaverse. So I just wanted to know one very important thing. Is the timing of the launch in a bullish market more important than the product itself? Because one of our competitors launched, Decentraland launched a token in 2019, and they raised a lot of money without having a good product. See, right now they don't have a great product. They are still sitting on a lot of money. So we are having a fully developed product, but right now the market is good. So I just wanted to know whether the timing of the launch is as important as the product itself, or how do you go about it?
I'll just weigh in on that. I think timing is critical in any business, and I think crypto markets, they do move in cycles, and if you miss that cycle, then you might be waiting a while. So if your product is ready and you got customers, you got that traction, then I would say, yeah, go with the market.
Very good question. 3 points. One, the whole industry is pre-product market fit, right? What does it mean? We know kind of there is a problem. We know there is a money, but when and how we're going to deliver value, there are still unknowns. And I give always an analogy about biotech. We know people are dying from diseases, right? We know this compound is promising, but it has to go from preclinical studies, phase 1, 2, 3, phase 4. And sometimes they fail at the second phase or on the third phase, but they already go IPO because it requires a lot of money to develop a blockbuster drug. So it's the same with crypto. It doesn't really matter whether your product is ready or half ready or soon to be ready. It matters that people realize there is a problem, there is a burning problem, and they're willing to trust you, willing to back you with money. And that whole process depends on whether they have money, whether they're feeling FOMO. Some studies show that FOMO in crypto is reversed. If normal FOMO is when others are making money, I'm feeling FOMO and kind of trying to invest. So in crypto, it's a little bit reversed. When others are losing money, you're feeling FOMO to jump and buy the dip. So there is whole psychology about it, cycles. And what does the cycle mean? It means that investors are not making decisions within 3 hours when someone is calling like, hey, I have this deal, do you want to co-invest? You have like 3 hours to decide. So 24 hours deals, 48 hours deals were happening. That was the reality during the hype. During the bear market, you will have to have 200 pitches and meetings to get to the yes. But you still can get to the yes. And I've seen founders like that. They're relentless. They're going one pitch after another, one meeting after another. They understand it's the process. And fundraising is not the end goal. It's just the means to achieve whatever you're building. And if you have enough of people that believe in what you're building, which disease you're trying to cure, you will get funding. Because funding is abundant. What's scarce is your founder's resources, your mental abilities, your physical abilities, your strengths, your ability to build and go from idea to product, to customers, to value delivery.
Thank you so much, Sergey. Thank you. I mean, we're conscious of the time, so thank you so much. Let's take a photo. The demo pitches are going to start. I really request you to just, hang in, and there are some good pitches coming in, and they would love to connect with you, all of you, after this pitch session, and do let me know how they can connect with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
How is it, like on Telegram or?
Yeah, Telegram, just scan my Telegram and chat with me. Join also our Telegram group. We post news, updates on pitch competitions, some perks from our sponsors. If you need like cloud credits from iEther or some audit credits from Quill's Audit. So who got you covered. Join me on Telegram. It's my my last name without K, so Husnedinov, Husnetdinov. Long name, but
What about you, Riaz?
Telegram as well. It's just, yeah, at RWAs108 is pretty easy.
And
Same to me.
same, yeah, Telegram, yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Let's take a photo, yeah.